Meal prepping is one of the most important parts to succeed with any program. Here I've printed out our meal prep for the week from the Family KickStart, but all you have to do is write down the steps that can be made ahead of time from your plan. If you're just getting started, I'll also link the other meal prep videos below so you can learn more about how to save time in the kitchen. But before you go away to another video, hear me out. You should know that I meal plan weekly and have my meal plans on MOMables.com. But what you might not know is that a few times a year, I do something called the Family KickStart program with my whole family. In the past, I've done the Whole30 program and 21-day sugar detox on my own. And while I found these to be extremely beneficial for my health by eliminating grains, gluten, dairy, and sugars from my meals, I wasn't able to successfully get my whole family on board. So that's why I do the Family KickStart programs. Same principles, just family friendly. With any program, however, you're going to be spending a bit more time in the kitchen than you might be used to. So definitely meal planning is the way to go. The following 3 things are going to help you stay on track with your meals and not spend any more time than you need in the kitchen. After all, with 3 young kids and a full-time job, the last thing I want to do is make multiple meals for my family all 30 days at every meal. That's why it's so hard for any family to complete most programs. Completing them, it's short of a miracle. So in today's video, I'm going to show you the meal planning basics that help me stick to the program for the whole 30 days. So let's get started. The first thing you want to do is map out your meals in a printable planner. I have this blank planner, which I'll link below, where I normally sit down with my cookbooks, I browse Pinterest, and where I write down all the meals that fit in the program for every meal. As tedious as it sounds, you've got to plan every single meal. Otherwise, left to your own devices, you'll likely get a 2 o'clock snack craving and not make the best choice. If you're doing the Family KickStart program, it's all done for you as you see here. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner and snack suggestions mapped out for the whole family. When I follow a program, I like to use the recipes in the program, but if you need to find filler recipes or swap out some meals, as mentioned previously, my first go-to is my grain-free cookbook, or some of my favorite cookbooks right here. I make sure that the recipes are family-friendly and simple to make. Otherwise, I head over to Pinterest, where I spend way too much time browsing around. Why is that? I usually don't end up making those recipes, but I do pin until my heart is content. What I look for in recipes, well, they must not need to be modified too much to fit my family's eating preferences in a program that we're doing. With 2 picky eaters, it's easy to make a separate meal, but it's important that they too eat better food. I mean, why do the program by myself and not include them? So finding kid-friendly recipes is very important, because if you end up making multiple meals, you'll wear out by the 3rd week. With Family KickStart, the recipes are kid-friendly and many are similar to the things my kids were already eating, except mac and cheese. You won't find that here for 30 days. What I love is that my kids are given the same opportunity to eat wholesome foods as me, and I've been surprised more than once that they learn to like a new food. So doing Kickstart for us is always a win-win. After planning out the meals, the next step is to look at the recipes themselves and see what types of things can be done ahead of time. You can write those shortcuts and prep steps on the side of your planner. The best way and most realistic approach is to do the majority of the prep over the weekend and then a little bit each day. This here is the DIY version, or what I normally do each week, and this is what's included in the Family KickStart. Most of the prep is here and then a little bit in small pieces each day. After that, I build a shopping list from the recipes and scan my pantry and fridge for items I might need to buy. Then I add those to the list. My usual list looks like this when I'm not doing the program. My favorite, however, is this right here from KickStart and the MOMables meal plans, since they're already done for you. Regardless, you'll want to write down what you need to shop for, so midweek you're not running out to the store for a forgotten ingredient, or end up making an unhealthy choice because you don't have everything you need on hand to make your meal. When I get home from the grocery store, I get started on my prep by washing my produce. I pre-cook part of my meals, marinate any meats, and even prep some of my vegetables, so when it's time to make dinner, things are ready and convenient. The key to succeeding with any 30-day program when you have a family is to, 1, plan out all your meals and find family-friendly recipes that are approved by the particular program. 2, write a prep list and shopping list. And 3, shop for all the foods at once and actually prep. Below this video, you're gonna find some great resources to make your 30-day journey an easier one if you're making meals for your family. The MOMables Family KickStart program is 30 days of done-for-you meal plans, prep sheets, and shopping lists. So if you want to do a program that eliminates grains, gluten, dairy, processed foods, and sugars, check out the link right below this video. If you love easy recipes and helpful videos, make sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel. A new recipe comes out every single week. See you next time.